All right, y'all, we got up this morning. We come in search of a church that we have, neither one of us have been to in well over, probably 30 years. And I said, well, don't worry, we'll see the sign. This church is not still active, but here's the sign. So we're headed down here to see if the church is still here, if the building's still here. So I'm gonna be like Tim this time because I'm gonna do the exaggeration. After driving 612,000 miles, we finally ended up at this little church. This is Union Primitive Baptist Church. It was established in 1851. And we're looking for a grave that the church members yesterday told us about. Neither one of us have been back here.
It's all wooden inside like I remember.
Neither one of us has been back here in over 30 years. This was the first church that Tim pastored. He was ordained in 1988. And this church has been unused and defunct, I guess, now since about 1990. Because Tim was the last pastor. And it's not like what we remember. The only thing that I remember that is the same is the graveyard over here is fenced in on the side. And I remembered that. That's what I remembered. Last time I was here, I was like 11, maybe 12 years old. We're talking about a long time ago. And I can't really see. Huh. Let me see if I can see from the other side. I'm shorter than Tim. I'm trying to see if I can see the stand because I actually remember the stand being on the left-hand side rather than down in the front of this building. You know what? It probably is still there. I'm gonna see if I can get Tim to hold the camera up because he can look in these windows on the side where a short woman can't. I can't. Was the stand over here?
Yeah.
The stand was over here.
I think this is it right here.
See, I was looking for it straight that way and I couldn't find it. So if you could, because I'm not tall enough, if you can look through the windows.
There used to be a well behind this thing, but the well's gone. I bet that's probably the pulpit right there. But that church is all wooden inside like I remember it.
Good viewpoint anywhere here. Was this yeah, you can see the amen pews right here.
And that's the cemetery. I'm sure Tammy's already showed you that.
That lunchroom is so tiny. I remember it being much bigger.
What lunchroom? I never remembered a lunchroom.
What?
All I remember is we had to drag out pieces of plywood. Yeah, that was bathrooms.
There's a dirt road over there, by the way.
That used to be where the service come in. That's a long time ago. I guess they have refed it to somewhere else. But I remember there was a well back here somewhere. Wonder if we could find any remnants of it.
Well, hold on, I want to show something here. Yeah. I want y'all to look. Look at the size of these pine cones.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Of course these, well that ain't all that big. Some of them, look at this.
Yeah.
Mama would love to get loose over here and start picking up pine cones.
This used to be A well used to be back here somewhere. It's probably where this stand is at, but
I'm gonna say, it looks like it might be right in the middle of the stand.
But I have to tell y'all, it was an old well, and they always had trouble with people throwing dead possums and things like that inside the well. What? Maybe it over there? And you couldn't drink the water here. They had to bring their own water because, I mean, it was just used for bathroom, but because they would keep throwing possums and things dead in the well. And this might be where the well was, I bet.
I bet it was. I bet it is.
It's something for sure.
Yeah, here it is. It's actually got boards over it. See?
Yeah, I see it.
See it? It's just got all these pine straw on it. But yeah, it's there. And then somebody's put the blocks around it to point it out so you'd know.
Not to step there.
I ain't stepping on it, that's for sure. This is
a beautiful little church. It's the first church I ever served. And when I served it, it was already pretty well extinct because it was only 2 members here and one of them couldn't come. So a lot of folks from my home church, Mount Moriah, would come visit over here trying to revive it. We never could, so they ended up turning it over to this Preservation Society, which I'm glad they did.
That one member went to Mount Moriah, didn't he?
No, the one member went to Bethel Church in Phoenix City.
Oh, okay. What we're looking for, 2 of our members at church yesterday who were members of this church, they told us that one day they showed up and that there was a fresh grave outside the fence. You see there's a fence that goes all the way around the cemetery. There's fence and it does look nice and new and it might be a different fence, but somebody was buried just right outside of the cemetery and they didn't know who it was. Nobody in the church knew why there was a new grave that somebody had been buried in.
I don't see no such animals.
Well, you see, I was saying the fence looks, you know, nice and new. So it might be that the fence has been moved out further this way, you know?
That's possible.
There are some old graves over in there. Now that entrance is locked, but maybe one of these gates down here is open and we could actually go in and wander around. You know, graveyards are fun. Ain't no telling what we might find in here. Oh, and I see one of them woodsmen of the world over there. I wonder, well, that gate's all the way away from the...
That sign is probably very old right there.
I'm sure it is. But look at here.
Well, we do have an open gate.
We can go in. Well, that gate down there is barely even a gate. We run around this perimeter and maybe see what they were talking about. So we could find out a name, or I want to go see the woodsman of the world. Since I found out what it was, they're very interesting to me. See, I kept looking at these over in Columbus and I kept thinking, why they got firewood rolled up under on the gravestone, you know, their headstone. And then I found out that that means they're woodsman of the world, insurance salesman. And that's what the Woodsman of the World insurance company gives to their employees when they die. And these are Dudleys. Now I don't know if they're kin to the Dudleys that own most of Alabama, but we are in Alabama and they are Dudleys.
Here's one from 2018.
Oh wow.
Still a very active cemetery, apparently.
It's an active cemetery, but it's not an active church.
Well, I think they meet once a year over here.
Well, all I know is that over there where we had so many churches that just closed and locked up and walked away. You had to meet once a month in order to keep your insurance, and you had to keep insurance. 2 unknown graves. Wow. This one right here is from 1887. That's John Hill, born in 1822 and died in 1887. These are just marked with rocks. I mean, sincerely, it's a rock. It's just a rock. You see the rock? And there's another rock. Now these graves are just bricks, and they're just coming apart basically, and they're all unknown. These are all unknown. So we have no idea who or when. There's more unknown. It's just an unknown grave. I think we probably have about as many unknowns out here as we have knowns.
This was fairly fresh right here. Now when I was...
It dates 2005.
When I was a pastor out here...
This one right here ain't never had a headstone put on it.
No. When I was a pastor out here, Hughley was a big name around here.
This grave hadn't been marked. Yeah, imagine that's Reuben's wife. But hey, we found. I'm amazed. I am so amazed that the church is here. I'm just shocked.
I think the brick is new though. I could be wrong.
Well, you know what? With the back of it being wood like that, I think the whole church was wood like this back was.
I think it used to
and I think they bricked around it.
Y'all, we really just stumbled on this.
We did because
searching to the point we were about ready to give up.
We've been searching for, no joke, about 2.5 hours. We are starving to death because it's lunchtime. It's past lunchtime. And we had to turn on this road. There wasn't nowhere else to go. We had to turn. When we found the sign, we got really excited. And then it's like, oh boy, we found the sign. We're really excited. And there is no, we had decided that the building was gone. And I had quit looking for a building. I was just looking for a graveyard. Just a cemetery graveyard, wherever there's a graveyard.
But it's still here and it looks good.
It's still here and it looks really good.
Christmas decorations on it.
Makes you wonder why we don't have any church meetings out here.
Well, a long time ago, when I heard it, when they got rid of the building to this preservation society, I heard they were going to meet at least once a year.
So we got the church, we got the well, we got the cemetery. We got the sign. We got the sign out at the road. That sign out at the road, though, once you pass that sign out at the road, there are no more signs. You don't get any more information. You're done.
We just followed the road called Capps Road because it just sounded familiar to me. And it circled around into this little T right here. I have no idea how to get out of here.
I don't either. I say we just get on the road and start traveling.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Union Church. We didn't find the grave outside of the fence.
However, there's been so many changes made to this place that...
The fence may include the grave that was outside the fence. And,
but these trees, they look familiar. They really do. I think it's the same old trees.
This is the front door, straight in front of us. But this church is set up where the stand is over there in the middle down that aisle. So the stand's not straight in front of you like most churches. It's over there on that side. And the benches are all going like that. I know you can't understand my hand motions. I know what I'm saying. At least I think I know what I'm saying. And when Tim preached here, I gotta say this, he was this tall, skinny boy who wore these really nice 3-piece suits, and he had a head full of hair. I mean a head full of hair.
It's beautiful, it just is.
It brings back a lot of memories,
does.
don't it? Makes you wish we'd go in and sing a little bit.
I'm thinking this was all dirt way back when.
I don't remember this pavement at all, but that don't mean anything either. Like I said, I was just like 12 last time I was here.
There's no power on this thing, and the only thing I can figure is that, I mean, they got it, that's where it was at. That's the rope up there.
Yeah.
So they must keep it off during the year. And
Well,
then
it probably
have something here, they hook it up.
It would. I never came to this church when Tim served it. I came to this church way back when one of my great uncles served it. And
when we talk about the primitive Baptists love to keep their churches off the beaten path and hidden away, this is an example right here.
yeah, because we almost gave up on looking for it because it was just, yeah, we just followed the leadership of the Holy Spirit till we got here. Well, I'm just telling you, that was my thought process. Just go a little bit further. Just go a little bit further. We made it. All right, now we're gonna go on to our next adventure. It is a beautiful little church. It is terrible when you see a church that doesn't meet. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, y'all, we're riding down a dirt road beside the church because we both remember coming up a dirt road and then the church being on the right. And the way we found it today was off of a paved road and it was on the left. So we're going to see if this dirt road
connects to
takes us back to where we feel like we should be. Because, you know.
We are kind of lost. Look at
wow.
Look at that, look at that.
Oh,
it's on both sides.
It's on both sides. That's a little, yeah. Yep, look, see, we ran across a creek. You know, we like to run across a creek in the middle of the woods, especially on dirt roads. Then again, we may be going somewhere that there's nowhere to go.
No idea.
What is the name of this road?
We are going to turn around.
Oh, we're going to turn around?
We're going to turn around.
Oh, well, that's dirt road that way. This is pitch road. And that's kind of paved that way. So if I had to choose, I'd go the paved roadway. Okay. Now this is the swampy area across from the creek that we recorded earlier. It's so pretty and so peaceful out there.